If you have lived in Chicago in the last 20 some odd years, then I guarantee you have heard of this next voice. From ripping the mics around the world with her sister MC Shauna, to blessing the airwaves of Chicago radio. Today, we welcome the legend, Teefa!
Thank you.
Oh, love, man.
That's
Love.
a beautiful word, man. Thank you.
Love. I appreciate you coming on this show. You didn't have to come on this little ass show, but you came on to support us, and we appreciate that. We always will.
I mean, this is a big idea. It's my pleasure. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's only little minds. You definitely don't have that because look what y'all putting together. This is really dope. I feel like I'm at some very pivotal locations in Chicago. I don't want to give away the location yet.
Nah.
But, you know, like where we at, where it meet, like just two, you know what I'm saying, blocks in the city that mean a lot to me.
Love.
Had a lot to do with my upbringing, so.
Love. And it's crazy, even the knowledge in that, I was just like, hey, yo, I know this dope spot. Let's go there. You know what I'm saying? She like, it's monumental. It's this and this. So, yeah, I'm going to start telling people that now to think about it.
I mean, if they ever get the opportunity to come on the show, or if you do like a live audience or something, you know, beyond the people that are here today, I think it'll be really dope because, you know, a lot of us got some real strong memories on these two streets, and then we got some really amazing artists and talents that have done some amazing heavy things on these two streets.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
When people come to the crib,
that's true.
You know, to visit, like these are two locations that you know what I'm saying, people want to J down. They want to join, so it's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, take us back to the start, because I mean, you know, before you came on, like I was just telling you, I don't do this. This our third episode. Y'all know this our third episode.
You're doing
so
it now.
I had to do a little research up on you, you know? And take us back to the start before radio.
Yeah.
When did you know music was in you?
Man, in high school, to be honest. In grammar school, my cousin used to DJ and make beats in the basement. So, you know, he would be out at the Mendel parties. And I'll be in the basement. He's like,
like, what you talking about?
Yeah, ringing bells. And I'll be in the basement on his equipment, on his gear, you know, making beats or recording raps on the 4-track recorder that you record to the tape deck. I used to record my raps and write songs and be like, I'm gonna record it for real when he come home. You know, that turned into, you know, me just getting more serious about my writing. And in high school, performing more so for my friends and my people I love. And then when I linked up with Shauna, like we would just be all around the crib, just spitting everywhere we could. We used to spit and ask for tips to, you know, go kick it later.
Right.
And we would use that money to kick it on later. And then it got to the point where people really acknowledged, you know what I'm saying, our talent. And we had the opportunity to make some real moves with it.
Yeah.
So we got the opportunity to visit some labels in New York. We had quite a few that were interested. At the end of the day, we ended up at Relativity, Sony. And it was dope because our family was there. You know, Common was there, No ID was there.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago.
All day. You know, it was a lot of Midwest artists there. So it was like home, you know.
Nice.
We toured. Straight out of high school, we went on an international tour.
How was that? Straight out of high? Wait, hold on first, because look, you going straight past everything. Wait a minute.
Wait. I have to say this though. None of the label stuff would have happened without Chicago legend Pink House and DJ Ferris breaking our record.
Hey, yes.
DJ Andy C took our record to both of them, and they both played it. Pink House especially, like, really put the stamp on Infamous. And he did that by playing it over and over and over and over and over again, back to back, you know. I mean, it was a dope song, but that type of love, it's like you can't pay for that.
So
you're not supposed to be able to pay.
Right, exactly. You're not supposed to. We ain't gonna talk about that. Back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have the support from your family when you say, I'm about to do this music thing?
I mean, my cousin did music, so of course he was super excited. His dad, my uncle, was super excited because
Nice.
he has some history in music. My mom was like, "You going to college?
She wasn't having it.
You going to college? You better be in the house by 10:30 and don't come in here smelling like nothing." You know, I don't care what studio you in. But eventually, she saw how serious I was,
Okay.
and she started to see the benefits. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying, of the work, and she got real supportive after that. You know what I'm saying?
When was that first moment when your mama was like, "Oh, okay," and you was like, "Damn, my mama, I didn't turn my mama. She like me."
I'm gonna say it was a few moments. So I'm gonna say our first show when we opened up for Junior Mafia, Biggie and Junior Mafia,
Oh,
and how we got
mama
that
like Junior
show.
Mafia?
Well, she just was like, "I'm gonna see what's this." You serious? How we got that show? I was after school. I used to babysit after school, and I saw the flyer, and I called the promoter, and I was like, "Man, Joe, I rap, and me and my friend want to open up." He was like, "You rap?" I was like, "Yeah, I rap." And I started spitting on the phone. He was like, "Damn,
Oh, yeah.
you cold."
Yeah, okay.
I was like, "She is too. What's up?" So we rode out there and we met him, and man,
Rest is history.
the rest is history.
Rest is history. So since we're gonna talk about that, Junior Mafia, that's hip hop royalty right there.
It is. It really is.
At the time, I'm not sure if you knew it, how big they were or how big they were gonna be to hip hop, but what was going through your mind when y'all got the gig? When you like, oh, okay.
It was unbelievable for me. I didn't necessarily know how big they would be, but I knew that they were dope MCs.
Mhm.
So, you know, when you really into the art of lyricism, you don't really look at what's somebody's, long-term material worth. You be like, they call with this pen. Like, what they saying is deep. They making me think. That took some real talent, some real art. They're wordsmith. So we were more intrigued by that, per se. And we just love the music, overall. So it wasn't really about, man, they going to be huge. It was really about, man, we finna open up for somebody we ride in the whip and listen to.
Nice.
Like back to back. So that was, man, that was a blessing. I think the second moment that my mother was like, yeah, okay, was I took her with us to New York to sign the paperwork with the label.
Oh yeah, she seen it. She like, yeah. Okay, go ahead, baby, do them songs.
Yeah.
Do them songs. You've toured with a lot of people. You're a great lyricist. Great lyricists know great lyricists. Who is somebody that you just catch that you maybe been on tour with or just see and be like, man, we always go back and forth. Other than your sister. I see you was on tour with Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all ever get
interesting story with Eminem. We didn't cipher with Eminem, but he stopped performing after us.
Oh.
It was crazy. This was before he dropped My Name Is.
Okay.
But we had dropped our single, Here I Go. Or either we were just like premiering it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like testing the waters.
Did he see that?
Go crazy. Yeah.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I seen that video. First, I was gonna ask you who the creative director of that, and who went that way direction. But he stole y'all stuff though, cause that video is his whole catalog.
You know who else we toured with that came out right after Here I Go? Dead Prez. It's
Oh yeah,
Hip, Hop. They wasn't on that bounce. They wasn't on that.
Wow, they stole. I'm gonna say she ain't gonna say it. They stole our stuff. They sold Chicago stuff, y'all.
It's just inspiration, man. It's all good.
So before I get up out of here, I want to ask you, how did it feel seeing yourself on the Kanye West documentary? Did you know you was gonna be on there beforehand?
I didn't know at first. I knew once it got like to the ending of the editing process. Okay. Because they go through so many different cuts. Man, it was like, it kind of made me give myself my own flowers. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because
to a legend though.
I've been doing music. No, I embrace that. I definitely embrace that. I've been doing music, and then after not after doing music, but while continuing to do music, as I gained some experience, I went to radio, and then I opened that platform for other artists. You know what I'm saying? And doing that allowed me to bring whoever I wanted up on my show whenever I wanted. And that just was not something that had ever happened on major radio, not in Chicago. And we're a consumer market. That's the thing. That's what people don't really know or understand. We buy, we consume. We don't necessarily produce and create. So when we do create and produce things, the system is not in place. There's no structure for us to get it out to the public and to the people. So I feel like doing Rock the Mic was hella groundbreaking. You know, typically at the level that Ye was, when that happened, he wouldn't have been able to consistently just come on my show like that because they control your interviews and everything. Wow. Right? But because I had that platform of Rock the Mic, he was able to, whenever he be in town, like, yo, I'm slide. And we would be up there and we would kick it and do whatever. And that just so happened to be that night. Now, I will say, I was like, damn, Cootie. All the times Jay was up there, you had to get him right after I had my time. Because I didn't know which time that, they
you were beautiful. You were beautiful.
Thank you. It was powerful, man. It just really made me appreciate all the stuff I went through and the sacrificing and fighting to keep that segment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, before I get too out of here, how did you get that segment? How did, because I know you had to fight for it.
It was the way that I entered my position at the station.
Okay.
So I got on when Sundance left and went full time in Tennessee, I believe. And when I went to go do my air check with Elroy, Big Papa was the producer that recorded my air check. Even though I was performing in front of like thousands of people every weekend, I was a little spooked because when you perform in front of people, I could see y'all reaction. I could vibe with y'all. But on radio, this is all you see. So it's like you in a room and you're talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's no energy you gotta really be
bounce off yourself, right?
I was most confident spitting.
Right.
So I would rap my talk breaks. So when I was like, man, he would give me these liners and I would freestyle. So I was like, man, can I rap these talk breaks? So when my air check was me rapping, they were like, oh.
Nice.
So it gave me room,
nice.
And the fact that I had a mix show, it gave me room to do and be more creative. People do more things and be more creative on my show.
Love. Well, look, your story is so interesting. I just want to say thank you, my lady Alexandria Deny, DJ Doza The God. We all want to say thank you for coming on Live for the Late Teefa.
No doubt. It's my pleasure. I appreciate you.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey!